Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 11 of Europa Universalis IV as Vijayanagar. And I've made a bit of a mess of this campaign. I'm massively in debt, I'm behind on tech, and I have no manpower. Most of that has been caused by a few wars that didn't go my way. Now, if you've watched my previous LPs, you'll know that normally my methodology with wars is to just throw as much money as possible at the problem and ensure that you win. And while we didn't exactly lose the last two wars, I think they were probably more of a draw than anything else. We did burn through a lot of money and manpower and didn't actually get any real significant advantage from doing so. I think the reason that it all went wrong for me, the biggest mistake of this campaign, was when I actually accepted to join a war against Bermanis for Malwa as their ally. I had Bermanis completely occupied, and Malwa pieced out and didn't give me anything, which was kind of a waste. The big problem against going to war with Bermanis isn't Bermanis themselves, it's that we also have to deal with Orissa and Jampur. Now, Jampur is the bigger threat, I think, out of the two. We are now allied with Nepal, which might help us. I'm also thinking about trying to get allied with Assam as well. Now, Assam are actually, they like us, so I think we are going to go and improve relations with Assam. Assam. Now, the issue that I've got at the moment, apart from having no manpower, we are sort of making some money, but we don't actually have much of an army at the moment. And if I do ally with Assam, then I will be over the Diplo relationship limit. I really want to annex Cochin. There's no real reason to keep them around here. It's just a single province. But at the moment, I've got sort of negative 3.99 diplomatic reputation, so that's going to take a while. I also want to have a quick look at the ledger, have a quick look at Bermanis and see how much money they have. See, they've got next to no money in the treasury. They do have a little bit of income, so even going to war with them isn't going to get us a great deal of money. So what I'm going to do for the time being is we'll just let the game play on. Now, I did actually consider, because I know that, like I've said this before, it can actually get a little bit boring when there isn't an awful lot to do. And I had actually considered sort of playing some of this off-camera, as it were. But then I thought to myself, whenever I do that, something interesting always happens. And I didn't want the interesting stuff to happen sort of off-camera. We're building a transport here for some reason. It must have been one that we... did we take that when we... I don't know. Why are we building a transport? Probably to make us up to around 10. That'll put us up to 26. And we can have a naval force limit of 30. So let's go ahead and we will spend some money. And we'll just go and grab 4 more light ships. So it'll put our trade fleet up to 20. Now, we don't have any advisors at the moment. We are 3,000 manpower in the hole, which isn't too bad. I've got all of the forts turned off at the moment. In fact, I've only got the 2 forts, but I do have them turned off. Do we still have one in the capital? Yeah, we do. We haven't built any buildings at the moment. We are just really, really short of money. Now, we are trying to improve relations with Cochin. It is going to be a while before we have the Diplo rep to make any sort of gains there. Now, how many loans do we have? Again, it's been a week since I played, so I've kind of forgotten where I am. Let's start repaying these loans off one at a time. The fewer loans we have, the less interest that we will be paying, because we're already paying 4.62 ducats per month in interest. We can't recover at the full rate anyway because of lack of manpower, so we might as well drop the maintenance on our soldiers. We can make a little bit of extra money that way. We don't have any corruption at the moment. So there we go. We're making 8 ducats a month. It's still not brilliant. But if we can go ahead and annex Cochin and free up a slot. I mean, I could still ally with Assam. It's not a really a bad thing to do that. The problem is that we're already behind on tech. Let's just have a quick look, because I can't remember exactly how far we're behind on tech. We're not massively behind, but we are still behind. And we definitely want to try and improve things if we can. And not having any advisors is not really helping with that. Let's just go up to speed 4. I don't normally like to play the game on speed 4, mainly because it just messes around with the recording sometimes, and it causes a lot of desyncs. But we'll try this anyway, see what we can do. So we now have a fleet of 10 transports. We don't really use our transports, so I'm going to go ahead and mothball them for the time being. That should save us a little bit more money as well. Now, what can we do here? We've got something to do with the estate, so let's get that open. So we can have Bermanis' opinion of us changed positively and lose 10 legitimacy. Why would I want to do that? It would give us 10% national tax modifier. Now, what's our legitimacy at the moment? Our legitimacy is like 1. Or we can have the Nyax lose some loyalty, but the merchants would gain some loyalty and we'd gain some legitimacy. I think we're actually going to take this one. I'm not bothered about the change in opinion from Bermanis. Losing 10 legitimacy doesn't matter anyway because we are 1 legitimacy. And I think we're actually... Are we in a Regency Council? We're not in a Regency Council, but we've got really crap legitimacy anyway. I think we'll just go ahead and do that because it'll give us the national tax modifier and it's money that we need at the moment. Now, we probably could afford an advisor. In fact, we can afford an idea. Now, what is the next idea? The next idea is improved army tradition, which is not bad, but at the same time, we are falling behind on tech. And I really, really don't want us to be behind on tech. We are making... probably enough money to grab 1 advisor, but it's still a really risky thing to do right now. So let's go ahead and put all these ships together. We still, of course, want to be able to rebuild our army. So we're actually starting to get some manpower now. We can get new tech. We'll get the admin tech. So we can build workshops now. We've renewed a loan, unfortunately. So this is one of the reasons why we do have to be careful. So let's go ahead and get these guys protecting trade in... Where do we really want to be protecting, to be honest? Let's just have a quick look at this. This will increase our trade value from 7 to 7. This will massively if we go to Ceylon. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, the other naval fleet, where are you actually patrolling? You're protecting Ceylon as well, are you? So you guys should all sort of meet up. So hopefully we'll start to get some money back. We'll keep trying to pay these loans off. So let's keep doing that. Let's go off and pay another loan. There we go. We've discovered an agent. Bermanis is... Yeah, that's fine. Looks like Bermanis has still got some issue with peasants, which is good. That helps us out. Now then, when is our truce with you? We don't have a truce. You've actually only got Orissa as your ally now. That's interesting. Jean-Paul isn't involved in that anymore. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't get either of our allies to come in at this point. Now, Orissa are a pain in the neck in themselves. Without allies, this could be very, very difficult, but we do definitely need to have a little bit more of an army than we do right now. What are we looking at here? What's our force limit for a start? Let's look at this. We've got a force limit of 29. We've only got 17. We've renewed a loan, which is hardly surprising. So what have we got here? We need an extra cavalry in this unit. So let's make sure that all of these units have at least 2 cavalry, because that's an important thing. That one already has 2. Let's go ahead and get you another regiment. Now we're out of manpower again, so it is going to take a little while for that to recover. And then hopefully we can jump on... Well, Bermanis don't really have an army at the moment. They have peasants, and Orissa only seem to have about 9 units. We might actually be able to make this work. Might mean fighting the peasants, which is potentially a problem. Obviously, we don't want them to get any more allies in the meantime, but that's the only alliance that they've got. We've renewed another loan. I'd still like to have slightly more... men to go into this fight with. Let's just have a look and see what we've got here. We need to make you up to a 10 stack at least, I think. So what I'm trying to do here is just to get together at least a 20 stack. These guys are getting fully sieged. Right, they've actually accepted demands from the peasants now, but they haven't managed to rebuild their army. These guys have only got 9 troops with the look of things. Just having a quick pause to see. Yeah, they're not at war with anybody, so potentially, I don't know, there's still a big risk to doing this, and the big risk is that they may all of a sudden just sort of really murk up hard. Let's go ahead and move these guys over to the coastal province, to the border, and I think we might be able to do it here. Lose some prestige. We don't want the national unrest. We'll just lose a little bit of prestige and gain some more loyalty back. So, the question is here, do I actually want to go to war? I think I do. I think we need to get this done. So let's just go and slow things down a little bit. How far are we from getting our next military tech? Quite a way off. Let's go ahead then and put up our maintenance. So we are still making some money, not as much as we were before. Now we're still not anywhere sort of near our force limit. We're still very, very short on manpower. We've renewed another loan. Let me just go back up to speed 3 this time around. I could go ahead and get some mercs on both of these units, but I'd prefer not to, really. Gain a free stability. Well, that's nice. We have a decision that we can take here. Now then, stability at least 2. This would give us extra missionary strength, but less tolerance of heathens. I'm going to untick that for now because it's not like we're doing any conversions, so I don't have to really worry about that. So how much manpower are we regaining each month? Not a lot. We can get another Diplotech, so we should definitely go ahead and do that. They've got an alliance now with... they've picked up another alliance with Nagawa, who are where exactly? You're quite small. So again, maybe I waited a little bit too long, which is a possibility. If I was to declare war now, Nepal and Malwa still would not come in. We don't have enough favours, and our diplomatic reputation is in the toilet. Malwa has a truce with Bermanis. If that truce went away, it would make life a little bit easier. Apparently we do have a truce. I didn't think we had that. I didn't think we had a truce there when I looked before. Apparently I do have a truce though. Assam, we'll recall that diplomat, and I think we will go a little bit over and offer the alliance here. And we can go ahead and get a royal marriage, because I know I am over the Diplo limit now, but we're caught up on tech. And I do intend to vassalize my, annex my vassal as soon as I get the opportunity to do that. So 5th of October, let's go ahead and get the royal marriage here. That's going to help things there a little. And I guess we probably can't annex you yet. So if we were to annex you... Yeah, it costs 0 per month because we've got so much... so little diplomatic reputation. So let's go ahead and build these up to 12 stacks. It is going to take a little bit of time because we don't have the manpower yet. So let's just go back up to speed 4. Now that I know we've got a truce, it means that we can't just go diving in anyway. When is our truce? It is up on April... Actually, it's only a few months away, so we might be able to do something with this. It's a shame we don't have... It's a shame we don't have all that many favours with these guys. We only have 5. So it might take a while before we get enough to be able to get them into the war. It's a good little defensive thing, though. Just hoping they stay out of things with Jampur. Now, Jampur, what is your relationship? Still allied to rival. You're rivaled Malwa and we're allied to them, which is fair enough. Our truce with Barnis has ended. Our truce with Jampur and Arissa. What about if we were to attack these guys directly? You are allied with... Right, you're allied with Malwa. That is weird. So if I was to just go ahead and declare war on you... Wow, you've got a lot of allies. Yeah, so okay, maybe that one isn't going to work. I think we do have to declare war on these guys directly. So both of those would come in. Unfortunately, we can't get any of our allies to join. We can repay our loans, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. We will have to extend another one, though. And there we go. So let's get that up to a 12 stack. So we'll have 24k troops. We've still got positive manpower. We're still making money. But we definitely need to go and start taking some stuff from Bermanis now. We need to go and sort of cut them down to size. The question is, can I do this without allies? And I'm not sure that I can. It would be nice if Malwa came and helped. Oh, we have loads of favours with them. So why won't they join then if we have so many favours? If we declare war... Oh, Malwa will actually come in. Nepal, we don't have 10 favours. How many favours do we have now? I think the last time I looked it was like 5. We're on 6. The main reason of me bringing Nepal in was to try and use them against Jainpur. But if we can do this without Jainpur coming in, it might be worth trying to go for it. We might be able to do this with just Malwa's help. They don't have an awful lot of troops, though, which is the disappointing thing. Probably want to wait until the beginning of the next year, which we are already into. I would love to be able to get that military tech, though, before I actually went to war. We're on military tech 6. Bamanis are on military tech 7. They're on military tech 7. That's Orissa. Jainpur. Look, so everybody's on military tech 7. So I really think we want to sort of get up to that if we can. I also wouldn't mind having slightly larger stacks here. So I will keep building the occasional troop onto each of them. Loser stability, or the Nayaks can get some loyalty. Let's go for that one. Speaking of which, is there anything we can do with the estates that might help us? The Nayaks are very, very loyal at the moment. We can cost 20 loyalty, and we can actually... Let's go ahead and do that, actually. We'll just get 100 military power straight away, which is quite nice. That will put us even closer then to getting that tech. In fact, we're only a month away now. So next month we will be able to take military tech 7. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that. So what we can actually do now is we can build artillery. So if we just put sort of 1 artillery on each of these armies, and I appreciate that artillery are expensive, but it really helps when it comes to completing sieges. So it's definitely worth doing that. We're going to want to do that on both of our stacks. Now, our annexed subjects will go away eventually. Where's our Diplo rep? That's Jainpur. I want to see myself. Oh, annexed subjects has gone away. Legitimacy is still hurting the Diplo rep at the moment, though. We've actually got a mission to prove legitimacy. I'm not too sure how easily that is going to happen. I mean, if our current ruler dies, it'll happen quite easily. Now, it looks like Malwa have actually got a bit of an army back now. These guys still don't have their alliance with Jainpur, which I think is a good thing. I still don't really want to just run in right away. I still think that's a little bit dangerous. So we're building up to 28 force limit, which will not quite be at our force limit. We can actually have a couple more ships. And we've got some money in the bank. It might be worth getting a couple more lights. So let's go ahead and do that. Looks like Ming has civil war. I do actually... Ming rivaled me, and I do actually have the option to rival Ming back. But what's the point? I mean, I can't do anything to him, so what's the point in trying to rival him? Absolutely no point at all. If I was to go over here and attempt to annex this vassal, it would actually start getting done now. August 97 would take 2 years. Let's go ahead and actually start working on it then. We might as well. And we can stop improving relations there. So it's going to take a few years, but at least once it's done, we will recover one of our relationship slots, which will help. Orissa has accepted an offer to hire some units from Bamanis. That is interesting. Are they at war with somebody then? They are. They're actually at war with... oh, they're trying to conquer somebody else. So they're actually involved in a war. Bamanis aren't involved in the war. Okay. Malwa are also... Malwa are already in the war against Orissa. This is interesting. This might be around about the time to make this attack here. Maybe we'll let them fight each other a little bit and get this sort of over and done with. But I think this could be a good time to go in here. So if I was to declare war, unfortunately Malwa wouldn't come in, but they are fighting in the war already. Nepal, how close are you to having 10 favours? 8 favours. And we gain 1 favour every year. So we're going to gain 1 more favour at the beginning. What will it be, the beginning of January? Not too sure exactly when it ticks. No, still haven't gained another favour with them, so that's a little bit tricky. But Mal was definitely building up a little bit of an army there, and I think it might be an ideal time to go and make this work. I'm just going to slow the game down a little bit. I just want to have a quick look and see what's going on. So let's just go and have a look at the diplomatic map mode. So Orissa is currently at war with Malwa. Alright, Malwa is at war with Orissa there. I think this could work out for us. Especially if Bamanis are actually giving some of their troops away to Orissa. This could actually work out quite well. We do have to be careful though. But I think I'm going to give it a go. I won't give it a go until the next video. We also need to be very, very careful of our trade ships. Orissa doesn't have a huge number of heavies around, I don't think. They've got a couple of heavies there. So I might actually have these guys going home at war, in fact, which is what they are set to. Because we don't want all of our trade ships getting smashed up. We're not really going to need the transports. So yeah, I think on the next video, we're going to go to war once more with Bamanis, and hopefully this time around, take some stuff from them, which is kind of what the intention has been all along. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Vijayanagar, and I will see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.